Yesterday I read that a survey had revealed that only about 20% of hotels' bookings are coming from their own websites. Now, how accurate that survey is and whether it was a big enough sample, I don't know. But whether it's 20%, whether it's 30%, whether it's 40%, even if it's 50%, is that really enough to be driving from our own websites? So why might it even be a problem to rely on third-party sites to be bringing us business? Well, of course, the first and obvious one is that we're going to get less profit because they're going to be taking their cut. Now, you may argue that having a small amount of profit is better than having no booking at all, which may of course be the alternative. But there are three other problems. The second problem is that we have no relationship with that guest. If for whatever reason they cancel, we don't then have those contact details for that guest and we can't continue with that relationship. The third problem is that we have no control over it. We may end up with guests who are not a good fit for our hotel and for what we offer, and they're of course the people that then go and complain on TripAdvisor and other social media sites. And the fourth reason, and probably the most dangerous reason, is that we get very complacent, we get very lazy, and we start to rely on business coming from those sites. And I'd just like to share with you my situation of a few years ago. When I set up as a business coach 7 years ago, I admit that marketing wasn't my strength, and I was approached by a leadership consultancy and I started to do some work for them. And actually I did very nicely out of it, thank you. But there were a number of issues. First of all, I wasn't getting paid the rate that I was really worth because I was doing it through them and they were taking at least 50% of what I would otherwise have been able to earn. Secondly, I had no relationship with the clients, and although I was continuing to work with those people, they weren't my clients, they were somebody else's clients, so I can't ever approach those people directly, or not for as long as I was working with those particular consultancies. And thirdly, I had no control. I had peaks of troughs of activities. I ended up doing work that I didn't particularly enjoy doing and with clients that weren't necessarily a good fit for me. But the worst of it was that I got very lazy. I started to get over dependent on that business coming from that third party. And the result of that is that I did no marketing of my own, and then 3 years ago, suddenly all of that business started to dry up. And I was left stranded. So I effectively had to start all over again and doing what I should have done years before. So why am I telling this? Well, it's a very similar situation with your hotel, whatever business you are in. If you get over dependent on other people doing all your marketing for you, when that dries up, you've got a problem. You've got no relationship and you have no control over what's happening, and of course they're getting a big cut of your profits. So it's with all of this in mind that I have set up the Hotel Marketing Workshop, which is running on the 2nd of November, and we will be addressing many of these problems. First of all, we're going to be looking at search engine optimization to bring more people to your site. We're going to be looking at email marketing to build that relationship. We're going to be looking at PR again to build your credibility out in the marketplace. And fourthly, finally, we're going to be looking at taking some action. So that's all going to be covered in the Hotel Marketing Workshop, and if you just click on the details below, you'll see the web address and it'll take you directly through to the site where you can find out more about the workshop. And I really do hope that you'll come and join me there.